welcome back to a brand new video. Today we have my Sorare lineups as well as a few new additions to the old gallery. So let's just jump into it. You might be seeing some new faces because we made quite a few new purchases. Now, first of all, I swapped my Isak to somebody else for their Isak. It makes no difference to me, realistically. He's actually a player that I kind of want to sell at some point, but I'm not going to yet. I think it'd be class next season, so I'm going to wait till next season and then maybe look on to sell it. I'm not entirely sure. But we bought 4 brand new super rares. And I am holding on to Mascara as well. A few of you guys told me to hold on to Mascara, so I'm going to hold on to Mascara. He seems to get some really nice scores for under 23. He'll be good for the summer. Now, I also have a bid. I don't know if this bid's gonna let up or not, but you might be wondering. It's Haven's gone into the big leagues. I've got a bid on a unique Boxall because I actually like Boxall. I think he's just a nice old school defender, and I kind of want to, I want to at some points this year, like this summer, play some super rare divisions here and there, maybe, because we've got some nice super rares. A little unique in there for good matchups. You never know. I don't know. I might get outbid on it. I don't really care if I get outbid, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, so the super rares we picked up. I picked up Asano, first of all. We're going to go through each and every one, then I'll show you my lineups. And I'll talk you through why I picked up these cards. So, Asano used to play for Sanfrecce, if I'm not mistaken, before he moved to Consadole. Now, back when he played for Sanfrecce, I don't know if he was injured. It might have been an injury. He just didn't really play a whole lot. Since moving to Consadole, he has honestly been really good. It could just be a bit of early form, new club, hype, whatever. But he's been getting some really nice scores. And I've been thinking, for cap mode, straight away, he's a great pickup. But then if he continues getting these nice scores, he's only 26, got plenty of time left in his career. I just think he'll be a player that I will like to have either in a rare pro or super rare team at some point, depending on matchups. And I'm not done buying players just yet as well. There are a couple more super rares that I'm potentially going to pick up. So that is the first pickup that we made. Second pickup I made is one I'm really, really excited about. This is a player I almost bought when I first got into So Rare. Way back when, right? I almost bought him and he was up at like £4,000 back when I almost bought him. Was it? Yeah, it was about 4k, £3,000 to £4,000, which is crazy, right? Back then, that was probably only about fucking 0.3 ETH. It was 1.4 ETH back then and 2 ETH, and obviously because ETH went up like crazy, that was a lot of money. Because he's a really good scorer. Look at that, didn't, because that was when he just destroyed his ACL, I think it was, or his MCL. But he's a really, really good scorer. And I admire this player a lot. I just think he's a really fun player to watch as well, Joao Paulo. I don't know how much longer he's got left in his career. I see him being someone that plays until he's like 36, 37. But I think if I can get a year or two out of him, I'll be happy. And I think I could definitely win some rewards with him. I think depending on matchups, he's definitely a really good scorer. If you look at how he plays when he starts at home, they are some monster scores. Now, I know, obviously, some of these scores are from like a while ago, right? Some of these scores are from a long time ago, back when he was playing Seattle Sounders, when they're a much better team as well. Like, Ladera was bagging, Ruidiaz was bagging, Yaimar was playing insane. Like, they're a better team back then, to be fair. But I do believe he can come back and reach some of those nice scores. And what I like about him is that, for the most part, he doesn't get these horrific scores that often, these 30 and 40s. He does seem to get those nice lime greens, those 50s and 60s that can be like a 75 with a super rare bonus. So I quite like him. I'm actually really excited about that one. Granted, someone will call me an idiot. It'll probably be PSU fans because he's just a cynic. But yeah. So the third one we picked up is Douglas Vieira. Now you're probably wondering why. Solely for capped modes. I totally understand. Look, he's actually not that great of a pickup. For cheap, he's a good risk. He is mainly for cap modes. He can come on and bag from being a sub, which is what I like about him. And I do think he'll get a few more starts pretty soon. It's between him and Ben Khalifa, and Ben Khalifa's awful. I've got Ben Khalifa's rare and he's crap, right? So Douglas Vieira, I think, will get a few more starts, and he's got some nice games coming up. He is mainly for the cap modes, though. If we get the cap 240 super rare threshold in the next few weeks, it's paid for. He's completely paid for. He's literally cost me one threshold, basically. So that's why I picked up Douglas Vieira. And plus, I just like him. I think he's decent. He's good at scoring out of nothing, really. So that's why I picked up him. I just wanted a cheap forward for Cap 240, basically for the summer, because my main forward for the summer is what I'm also very excited about, which I'm a bit gutted, by the way, because he's actually suspended this week, and I'm a bit annoyed because he's it's 3 yellow cards for yellow card suspension. I thought it was 4 for some reason. I don't know why, but he's suspended for this week, but he's got a few nice matchups coming up soon as well. It is Tiquinho Suarez, ex-Porto player. Now, I only knew him back in the day from FIFA, but now I know him through Sorare. This guy bags, bro. This lad bags goals, man. He is a bagsman, and I think he'd be a really good player to have for the summer. I think what I like about him is I think he'd be a nice differential. There's only 5 super rares of him on the game, and I think he'd be a nice differential to have, especially considering there won't be many people competing against me with this card. So what I like about Tiquinho is that I can use him in a few different places, right? So let's say 1 week I want to go for kickoff unique if I do win that box all. Kickoff unique sorted. I want to go for All-Star Super Rare. All-Star Super Rare sorted. Or if I want to go Champion America Super Rare, Champion America Super Rare sorted, right? Or I can go Champion America Rare Pro, and I've got João Paulo and I've got Tiquinho. Perfect. Or I can go All-Star Rare Pro, and maybe Asano's got a fantastic matchup and Tiquinho's got a fantastic matchup, and then boom, I've got those two for an All-Star Rare Pro Super Rare setup. So he's really versatile in where I can use him in my lineups, and I really like the player. And of course, any of these players, please let me know your thoughts down below in the comments down below. I do read them all. Feel free to roast me if you think I'm an idiot. I like to ask a lot of advice when I make certain moves, but I also sometimes like to trust my gut as well. So that's, these super rare patches are definitely a gut truster. So yeah. And then Isak, I just traded with somebody else. By the way, if any of you guys have cards like Isak, so this guy had an Isak from last year or the year before that, and I had him from this year, I don't mind swapping. I don't really care too much about the collection side of things. So let's say you have Mosquera from last year, and you have a bunch of Cincy players from this year, hit me up, we can swap. As long as you don't have a 0.5% card. I'm not swapping a 5% for a 0.5% or a 10% for a 2%, you know what I mean? Gotta be fair here, but I'm down. Anyway, let's get into the lineup. Sorry for the rambling. I know you guys probably hate the rambling. I do apologize, but I enjoy it because I don't have many people to talk to on Sorare, so you guys are my outlet, all right? And I'm sorry if that isn't good enough for you. We have obviously the 6 semi-pro lineups. I don't really know too much. What I've tried to do with my semi-pro is I've tried to use players from teams that are kind of still playing for something, for the most part. So the only one that I think I do need to change, if I have any swaps available, please say I've got swaps available in Premier League, please. And no, I don't have swaps available in Premier League. Luke Shaw is not going to play this weekend. To be honest, I don't think Bruno is either. Who do I have as a... Reece James is injured as well. Right, well, Premier League semi-pro is dead. Anyway, most of these will be dead anyway. I don't think Baragi's going to play. Yeah, so I actually think the only one that I think won't be dead is a Bundesliga, because Dortmund and Bayern are both fighting for the title. I think all 5 players will play. I think they'll all score pretty nicely. I think I'll probably get limited out of this lineup, or hopefully anyway. But yeah, then the rest of them are kind of irrelevant. So our first lineup up. Oh, by the way, sorry, waffling again. I'll quickly show you. I do have a little lineup this week. I put together an All-Star Rare Pro. I'm good I didn't use Paulinho in my main lineup. I could have squeezed him in somehow, but didn't. We have a Cap 240, which apparently he reckons I'll get threshold. How many rewards? 171. Don't think I get rewards, unless Freddy Vargas bags, which I doubt he will, but we'll see. Or Ignacio and Armani do really, really well. But João Felix actually scored. And then we have Wan-Bissaka, who I do think will get an extra 10 points, because I think there's an extra interception, tackle, and then the double-double that they haven't registered. So hopefully they rescore that. Anyway, Cap 240, rare this week is looking like this. We've got Mere, who might start, he might not, I don't know. And there'll be some players in there I just simply don't have a clue. Then we have Luke Ayling against Tottenham at home. It's a must-win for Leeds to stay up. Leeds fans are going to be so loud and so energetic. I hope the Leeds players are the same. Then we have Ki Sung-young Seoul against Gang Hwan. We'll see what happens. We have Jared Bowen away to Leicester. Again, Leicester is must-win to stay up, but Leicester also sucks. So I'm kind of hoping Jared Bowen does well. I'm happy if we just get threshold here. Then Salva Sevilla against Las Palmas. I don't know if Deportivo Alves are guaranteed to get promoted yet. So that might be a game that they have to win to get promoted. We'll have to see. But I'd just be happy with threshold from that. So I am taking risks this week, and if it blows up in my face, it blows up in my face. By the way, sorry, as we go on, if anyone knows, by the way, do the Eredivisie playoff games get scored? If you could let me know if they get scored on Sorare in the comments down below, that'd be greatly appreciated, because if they do, I've got a pretty nice midweek or two coming up as well. So we have Osako, great matchup. Patrick Pfeiffer, great matchup. Relatively decent matchup for Vermeeren. I don't think Teddy Schumer's going to play. So I think actually Vermeeren should have a bit of control in that midfield, because Schumer kind of runs a midfield for USG. Jesper Karlsson should start at home against PSV. I'm hoping Jesper Karlsson bags. I think PSV have already won the title. I don't know if they've got games coming up. They've just lost Ruud van Nistelrooy. I'm kind of hoping they're a bit in disarray. Therefore, I hope Jesper Karlsson bags. And then Batarina. Now, Batarina is a risk for sure. But then again, so's everyone that doesn't have anything to play for. I've got to take risks. I'm going to take risks. So there you go. This definitely has potential for like a tier 2. I think we'll get a clean sheet from Osako. I think Pfeiffer should score 60 to 80. I think Vermeeren should get a solid 60. Yes, Picasso with a few decisive. Same with Batarina. Could be good. We have Cap 270 Golden, which basically means there's more super rares, right? So like 8th place can get a tier 5. I don't know if I don't really notice that much of a difference, but like, I mean, a tier 1 and a star rare be insane for first place. We ain't gonna get a first place with this lineup. I can't lie. I don't have faith in it, but we'll see what happens. We have Van der Voort in goal. We have Felix Bakker, who definitely has potential to score well. We have Alano, who's got a really good matchup. We have Strefeza, who's got a good matchup, and then Bruno Guimaraes, who I'm hoping is going to dominate that Chelsea midfield at Stamford Bridge. They were rubbish against. Well, they weren't that bad against us. I just think that they'll be terrible against Newcastle. Then we have the debut of Champion America Rare Pro. I actually have Guzan as well, but I'm not going to use him because I don't think he's available at the moment, but I think he might be back next week, which is amazing. We have WOWZER, great matchup. We have Marlon, solid matchup against Flamengo. Then we have João Paulo's debut, can't wait. We have Paulinho's in good form at the moment, hopefully continues his scoring. And then we have Miles Robinson against Orlando. Orlando aren't great this season, so I'm hoping he can get a decent score. I don't know why he was benched. I didn't really look into why he was benched last week, but he's comfortably their best CB, right? He has to play, in my opinion. So we'll sort of see what happens there. My only concern is that the heat in Orlando is going to be crazy. I wonder how that affects the away side. We'll see. Then we have Cap 240 Super Rare, which is Patrick Drews at home. Last game of the season against HSV. His last game for Sandhausen. He is a free agent. I'm hoping he gets a good move. That's why I've held on to him. Then we have Mackenzie against Club Brugge. We have Azevedo, we have Douglas Vieira and Asano's debuts. Again, I'll be really happy with Threshold. If we get Threshold, it basically pays for Douglas Vieira and he's no longer a risk in the gallery because he's paid for, essentially. My academy teams are just what I have left over. Then we have All-Star Rare Pro. Again, another risky one. We have Armani, Kimmich and Rafa, who all have really good matchups. The team that River Plate are playing have scored 1 goal in their last 6 games. So if River Plate let a goal in from them, I'll be fuming. Then we have Joshua Kimmich, who is in a must-win game to try and win the title against Cologne. And then we have Rafa against St. Clara at home. And then we have Vito Van Croy against Groningen, who are terrible. And Dinamo Zagreb against Gorica. So I think Sotalo and Van Croy will play, to be honest. I do, because I know Vito has got a playoff game next week, but like, players want to play, man. You don't just bench your best players in the last game of the season, right? I hope. I pray. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm definitely taking risks. If I end up with no rewards, it's on me. You know what I mean? It's on me. Then we have Champion Europe Rare Pro. We've got Kobel at home to Mainz. It's a must-win game to win the title. I really hope they keep a clean sheet. It's so important. They could win the flipping title. Then we have Kim Min-jae away to Bologna. Again, I doubt they like, are they really going to bench Kim? Like, this is what annoys me about the end of the season. Like, oh, let's bench all of our best players to go and play some no marks. Like, no, why do these players not want to play? I don't know. Danny Parejo, they could potentially clinch a Champions League spot with a win against Rayo Vallecano. I feel like Villarreal are going to play their best team. They're going to be on it, and hopefully clinch a Champions League spot. I'm not too disappointed with Europa League, though. It'll be great for next season to have Europa League midweeks with Danny Parejo. Then we have Rennes against Monaco. Jeremy Doku did go off injured, but I think he's okay. And we have Messi against Strasbourg in his last ever game for PSG, hoping it's going to be a good one for Messi. Two good lineups, man. If everyone starts, both lineups have definite potential to get some solid rewards. Then we have All-Star Rare, which is a debut for Mascara. We have Adan, who, for some reason, a lot of people seem to think he's not going to start on Sorare data. I haven't actually checked Play Sharper. Maybe I should check Play Sharper. I'm going to check Play Sharper. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know why they benched their goalkeeper on the last game of the season. I also don't know if he's staying there or not. There isn't any Portugal lineups in, is there? Am I ignoring it? No, there actually isn't Portugal. Okay, never mind. Well, we don't get to check. Mascara against the Colorado Rapids, I think could be a great game for him. We have Romulo at home to, I don't even know who that is. Then we have Tadic away to Twente. Tadic can definitely get a 60-point game regardless. And Trippier away to Stamford Bridge to Chelsea. Again, definite potential for a solid reward with this team. There is an unconfirmed team for some reason. Oh, did I mess up? I think we're gonna. Oh, do I play? I don't know who to play here. Naboa against Zenit or Erdl Holler against WAC. This is a tough one. I need to play one of them because the rest of it's going to be, of course, Unistal, Smal, Pansil, Ugalde, and then one of these two. I want to see how Naboa scored against Zenit in the past. Has Naboa scored well against Zenit in the past? Played a full 90 there. How did they play against Zenit last time? They lost 7-0 and he scored 35 points, which I'm not going to lie to you is not bad after losing 7-0 and conceding 14 points of goals. Looking around, I mean, it was a decimation last time. What about last time they played Zenit at home? It ain't going to matter. I think is, yeah. But Ertul Halter, where his name is, still like isn't exactly like a great scorer himself, right? He gets like okay scores. I don't know. I really don't know which one to play here. I feel like I'm going to play Julius Ertelhalter. Oh, I don't know. But then, how have Zenit been recently? Let me have a look at Malcolm and see how Zenit have played recently. 2-2 against Orenburg, 2-2 against Krasnodar, 3-2 against Spartak. They're conceding goals. They are conceding goals. They only beat Torpedo 2-0. I'm going to play Naboa. Naboa is a class player. I'm going to play Naboa. I'm going to captain him as well because I'm stupid. No, I'm going to get... This is a throwaway line. I don't know what I'm doing. This is a complete throwaway. I mean, if I was a smart person and wanted to avoid risk, Pansil 100% plays. I would put Vito Van Croy in that lineup and put Pansil here. But I just think Vito Van Croy could get a 90-point score against Groningen. And Pansil probably doesn't score. Like, he... I don't know. How did Pansil last time he played play against Club Brugge? They actually dominated Club Brugge, if I remember. Played really well against USG. Didn't really do a whole lot against USG again, though, on the return fixture. I feel like I should have damage limitation and play Vito in that lineup, but I will hate myself if Vito bags and Pansil doesn't. I'm going to keep it how it is. I am a serial gambler. I really enjoy taking risks. I can't lie to you. My lines are definitely a bit bugged as well. Let me quickly refresh this. Yeah, I'm a complete gambler. I enjoy taking risks. We're going to leave it how it is, and we'll see what happens, all right? We'll see what happens. In terms of what I have left over, my academy teams are looking like Flecken, proper Palinha. I don't have another super rare forward. I mean, I have Tiquinho. Tiquinho isn't going to play, but I could, like... Oh, man. I'm just thinking now. Do I have another defender? I don't, do I? Just thinking. Don't have another super rare defender. I just thought then if I put proper with the Twente boys, and then I can put Panseal in a super rare lineup. I don't have another super rare defender, do I? No, I don't. Oh well, I don't have another super rare defender. I can't really do anything about it. I'll leave it like this because I kind of think Palinha is going to play pretty well against United because we're going to probably play McTominay in front of the midfield, and I feel like Palinha is going to boss it. And I'm kind of a bit like, oh man, what do I do? Like, I want to put together a golden cap 270 team, but it's going to be full of players with terrible matchups. Why did you have to get another yellow card, Tiquinho, bro? Bro, why'd you have to get another yellow card? Why couldn't you have just not got a yellow card, bro? You had to get a yellow card. I guarantee he was like arguing with the ref or something as well. That's so annoying. And he's not going to play. Oh, so frustrating because I really could use him. I really could use him, but yeah, he ain't gonna play, is he? Botafogo's lineup looks like that because Tiquinho is yellow card suspended. Frustrating. Okay, so my thought process real quick is something like this. This is what's going through my head right now. I can't lie, I don't think Twente keep a clean sheet against Ajax regardless, alright? I just don't think it happens. Maybe I feel like Smal is also going to do pretty well. So what I'm thinking about doing here is this. Where's Manfred Ugalde? And then as an extra, where's Ertelhalter? I feel like I throw these boys in like that. Whatever. Don't really mind. Because... And it's going to be a complete punt. And again, this is me because I gamble. Because I'm a little gambler. This is what I do. All right. I always end up doing this and it's stupid. But here's my thought process. If I go to Golden Cap 270 Super Rare, now I can put together a riddle team of Flecken in goal, Gizmal defender, João Palinha, Panseal. I need another Super Rare. Do I have anybody else that I can use? That makes sense. Do I just use proper and make a Challenge Europe rare team? Realistically, Twente kept a clean sheet last time they played Ajax, but Ajax had terrible management. I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. I'm going to captain Smal. It's a throwaway, but it's also... I forgot it's cap 270. 14 points? Oh, Ryan, what have you done? What have you done? That Bradley Guzan. That's only a 5-point deficit. Oh, Ryan. Oh, Ryan. How can I make this work? All right, we made the lineup work. Did I go and buy someone? Potentially, all right? Shut your mouth. Shut up. I don't want to hear it, okay? Look, I did go and buy someone, right? But there is a solid reason why I went and bought this guy, okay? So I went and bought Morishige, first of all, because I actually do need a super rare defender that isn't Miles Robinson, because he is actually my only summer super rare defender. So if I'm using him somewhere, I don't have a cap 240 super rare team or whatever, you know what I mean? So when I bought Morishige, who every now and then does get a nice scoring game, right? So that's why I went and picked him up. But the one of the main reasons why I actually bought this card is because I remember Chani used to have Morishige. It's such a weird one, but I do remember Chani Sports used to have Morishige, and I want to see what game week it was. He won Onana with him, I believe, the goalkeeper. I just saw him and I was like, I'm buying him, right? Yeah, so that was game week 263. I literally bought him for my boy Chani, all right? It was it was literally Chanian vibes. Shout out to Chani. Shout out to Chani. He used to have Slovic and Morishige as a pair. I saw it. I was like, what a guy. I remember Morishige. So I went out and I picked him up. And he's going into this team. I'm going to captain Smal. Look, team is going to do nothing, okay? It's going to do nothing, but I'm a gambler, so it might do something. That's why we did it, all right? We call this an It's Haber move in the Sorare industry. When I do something really stupid, because vibes. So yeah, we'll see what happens, all right? But they're my lineups, basically. Wait, what's this notification? He's been added to my FC Tokyo Super Red collection. Yes! All right, so to recap my lineups, we have the semi-pros. How do I get it to be like in order? I don't know. We're gonna go from bottom up. So Cap 270 looks like this. It is Flecken, Smal, Palinia, Pantil, Morishige. Challenge Europe Rare Pro is Unistal Proper, Naboa, Ugalde, Ertelhaller. Again, I don't think this is going to do anything, but whatever. All-Star Rare is good lineup. Adan, Mascara, Romulo, Dusan Tadic, Trippier. Champion Europe Rare Pro, good lineup. Kobel, Kim Min-jae, Parejo, Doku, Messi. All-Star Rare Pro, good lineup. We have got Armani, Shatalo, Kimmich, Van Croy, Rafa. Then we have an academy team is whatever. Captain 40 is Drews, Mackenzie, Azevedo, Vieira, Asano. Then we have Walter, Marlon, João Paulo, Paulinho, and Robinson. Then we have Van der Voort, Bakker, Alano, Strefeza, Guimaraes. We have Osako, Pfeiffer, Vermeer, and Coulson, Batarina. And then we have Mere, Ayling, Keesung Young, Jared Bowen, Salva Sevilla. Nothing to confirm. They are my lineups. What do I have left over to put into a training lineup just to build some XP? We have Severa, who's I'm kind of annoyed I'm not using, but I don't have anywhere that I can use him unless I use him in like. Can I even make a Cap 220 rare team? It'd basically be training anyway, but we might as well see if we can, right? We might as well see if we can make one because screw it, you know? Oiwa or Calafiori. Let's put Calafiori in for now, and then we'll see if we have to lower it for requirements. Kemp can go in for sure. Zelinski's almost definitely gonna be on the bench. Maybe I'll play Ben Khalifa, and then it like cancels that out. So then it's like the gamble on Douglas Vieira or Ben Khalifa starting, and then all we have to do is change this up for Oiwa's already in the team. That's not good, is it? There we go. Oiwa and. Do I have anyone 37 points or below? Crap. Schaefer's re-injured himself. Maybe just put Ben Zelinski in there. I mean, it's whatever. You know what I mean? It's whatever. It ain't going to do anything, but we'll put it in there anyway. And then we have a couple of players left to put into training. We have Hugo Lloris, who's injured. We have Wamba Shaga, who I think probably gets benched. We have Ignacio Fernandez, who's I'm a bit annoyed that I'm not using this card. Maybe we'll see what happens tonight. If he bags tonight and he goes on a bit of a running spree of him scoring goals, I might actually swap him into Champion America Rare, potentially. Can I put him in that? I don't think I can, actually. No, actually, I don't think I can. Maybe I'll put him into like one of my cap teams if I can fit him in over somebody else. Like maybe he gets in... I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. What a roller coaster this has been. I hate doing my lineups. I love it. I love it. It's like the last week of Europe, though, which is really annoying. Then we just go to America, and America kind of gets a bit boring, really. So we've got a big summer ahead of transfers. I'm going to be making a bunch of videos on transfers and whatnot, so make sure you're sticking around for that. Thank you all for watching. See you guys in a bit.